That box right there just moved. I'm not even joking. That one. That one. Oh, hell no. Go, 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 go.
From a hiker's peaceful trek turning into a nightmare, to a mysterious hooded figure lurking in the woods, and even mysterious creatures emerging from the depths of the ocean. These are some of the most chilling moments ever caught on camera. Stick around because you won't want to miss a single one. If you think you've seen rare sea creatures before, wait until you meet this one-eyed ghost from the deep. This video is from an interview uploaded by The Telegraph News, where marine scientist Marcela Bejarano shows us what a local fisherman discovered on the shores of Mexico, confirmed as real by scientists. This shark is truly bizarre. It has a pale white body with a single eye positioned right in the center, just like a deep-sea cyclops. Even stranger, this shark has no nostrils and features an eerie, alien-like skin texture. According to scientists, this fish has a rare genetic condition called cyclopia, a mutation that occurs in the womb but is extremely uncommon in sharks. On top of that, it also has albinism, which explains its ghostly pale body and unusual texture. The fishermen who caught it claim they found this strange-looking creature inside a much larger shark when they cut it open.
La que venía ese animal de un solo ojo, el tiburón, y pues nos sorprendimos bastante porque con un solo ojo pues nunca habíamos visto así, y traía 9 crías.
Now, as the news spreads, people can't shake the eerie feeling that this isn't just some rare mutation. It feels like a warning, an omen from the deep. Something out there sent a message, and we just happened to be the ones who found it. This next video will show you what happens when the sky itself comes for you, and within seconds, everything changes. This footage comes from Radium Springs, Georgia, recorded by Mike Lace. He captures just how fast nature can catch up to you, and before you know it, you're in the middle of it. The video shows Mike setting up his phone by the window to record the weather outside after receiving a tornado warning. After placing the camera, he takes shelter in the bathroom with his family and waits. As the camera rolls, we can see the weather shifting rapidly, from calm to suddenly aggressive. Within minutes, the wind picks up violently. Then, everything is engulfed in mist and roaring gusts. Trees are being torn apart, ripped from the ground by the sheer force of the storm. The tornado is here, tearing through everything in its path. It's so powerful that it even shakes the house. After a terrifying few minutes, the tornado finally moves on, leaving behind a scene of destruction. Fortunately, the family remained safe in the bathroom, as the tornado didn't do much damage to the house itself. But the fact that something this powerful can appear so quickly with almost no warning is terrifying. And one thing's for sure, I never want to be the one inside the house when it happens. Next, we have a hiker who was enjoying a peaceful adventure until something decided to turn it into a nightmare. This video comes from James Butler and was uploaded on YouTube, where he claims to have spotted Slenderman. The footage, recorded on June 21st, 2015, shows James hiking through the forest, casually filming his surroundings. But as he walks along the trail, panning his camera around, he suddenly notices something in the bushes. When he looks back, there's nothing there. Panic sets in, and he takes off running. But what exactly did he see in those bushes? Well, the camera managed to capture it. If we slow down and zoom in on the moment he pans across the area, we can see a hooded black figure standing there. It's completely covered in its hood, seemingly doing something. However, when it hears the hiker, it turns to look at him with an ominous dark stare. Some viewers believe it's Slenderman, but I've seen plenty of Slenderman videos, and this figure doesn't quite match. But that only makes it even more unsettling. If it's not Slenderman, everyone has their own idea of how the world might end, but this video, it tops them all. This footage was uploaded on TikTok, showing what appears to be a giant figure hidden in the clouds. The cameraman, originally trying to capture a thunderstorm, accidentally records a massive humanoid shadow as lightning strikes. The eerie silhouette seems to be strolling through the sky. People are calling it a giant, while others claim it's God himself. It all looks pretty surreal, but if I think logically, this could be the shadow of a tall building or structure reflecting on the mist. But if it's not that, then we're left with the chilling possibility that something truly massive is walking among the clouds. This fisherman, on what was supposed to be a routine fishing trip, ended up luring something eerie from the unseen depths, something that should have stayed hidden. This video captures what looks like a bizarre alien-like sea creature that the fisherman just caught. Its puffed-up body has unsettling facial features, human-like eyes, nostrils, a large mouth, and even strange ear-like structures. It almost looks like a fusion between a human and a fish. Some have identified this bizarre blob as a smooth lumpsucker, a species of marine ray-finned fish that dwells in the deep sea. The swollen body is likely due to rapid pressure changes as it was pulled to the surface. However, viewers who saw this footage are convinced this isn't just any deep-sea creature. They believe it's an alien dragged up from the depths. We might not have found aliens on other planets yet, but after seeing this video, it sure seems like they're already lurking in our own waters. A photo recently uploaded on X shows what appears to be a giant man stuck in a wall. His towering figure and eerie presence only add to the unsettling atmosphere of the surrounding caves, and it's downright terrifying. However, before you jump to paranormal conclusions, this figure is actually a sculpture called Le Passe-Muraille, created by an artist in the Paris catacombs. This is Le Passe-Muraille, or The Wall Passer, a haunting sculpture inspired by a French short story by Marcel Aimé. Unlike the neatly arranged rows of human remains nearby, this figure looks almost alive, frozen in a desperate attempt to escape. Many tourists have reported an overwhelming sense of dread when standing near it, as if something unseen is watching. Maybe it's just the power of suggestion, or maybe some spirits in the catacombs don't take kindly to visitors. Either way, if you ever find yourself face to face with Le Passe-Muraille, staring into his lifelike, desperate eyes, be careful. This guy discovered an abandoned neighborhood, but he was terrified when he found out why it was evacuated in the first place.
A new emotion.
This video comes from Facebook, where a user explores a creepy, abandoned neighborhood and uncovers the chilling reason it was left deserted. This place was once a normal residential area, but now it's a decaying wasteland. The neighborhood had small sinkholes forming randomly in the roads, unsettling the residents.
A new emotion. Wow.
But that's not all. Sometimes, strange smoke rises from these sinkholes, as if something eerie, or even supernatural, is happening beneath the surface. No one knows exactly why. Some blame underground gas leaks, while others whisper about something much more sinister lurking below. It seems like the town is slowly collapsing, its very foundation rotting away. But there's also that unsettling possibility. What if something down there is waiting for us, breathing out that smoke, inching closer with every new sinkhole in the road? We've all seen jump scares, but when nature's wildest predator changes its target, terror takes on a whole new form.
This is so close, man. Come in. Watch out.
This video comes from X, where a user shared his fishing experience that took a terrifying turn. While these guys were out on a fishing trip, they noticed a crocodile chasing their fishing hook bait, luring it dangerously close to the boat.
Look at this. Yeah. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Oh shit, man. This is so close, man.
At first, it seemed like the croc was fixated on the bait, following it relentlessly. But then, just as it got close to the boat, it suddenly stopped. In an instant, it shifted its focus to the cameraman and lunged straight at him, landing on the boat. Fortunately, it slipped off and plunged back into the water, leaving everyone shaken but unharmed.
This is so close, man. Come in. Watch out.
This was absolutely terrifying. The way the crocodile changed its plan mid-hunt, locking eyes with the camera before launching itself onto the boat. This is exactly why I always say, nature is unpredictable, and just when you least expect it, it happens. We've all seen wildlife up close, but filming inside a bear den, that's not just risky, it's a heartbeat away from disaster. This video was uploaded on Facebook and comes from Romania, showing a man who stumbled upon a bear's den deep in the forest. As the camera pans inside, we can see adorable bear cubs fidgeting and playing, but there's no sign of the mother, which makes this situation downright terrifying. Mama bears are some of the most protective animals in the wild. If she senses even the slightest threat to her cubs, she won't hesitate to attack, and that's not a fight anyone walks away from. With more and more people stepping too close to wildlife just for a few clips and photos, bear attacks are on the rise. Some have even been eaten alive for making the mistake of intruding into a bear's territory. What if extinct animals started showing up again? Mammoths, dinosaurs, terrifying, right? Well, this photo might make that fear a reality. This image was uploaded on Facebook by the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization, a group well known for its cryptid sightings, especially Sasquatch. The photo, taken by Peter Groves in Clifton Springs, Australia, appears to show a strange, fox-like creature with a long tail. If you're looking at this and thinking, I've never seen an animal like that before, you're not alone. That's because this creature looks exactly like the thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian tiger or Tasmanian wolf, a species declared extinct in 1986. These carnivorous animals had long, slim tails and distinctive zebra-like stripes along their bodies. Yet, despite being wiped out decades ago, this photo seems to show one lurking deep in the Australian wilderness. Photos like this make me wonder, what else is nature still hiding from us? Could mammoths, dinosaurs, even creatures we've never imagined be out there waiting to be rediscovered? Nature has crafted countless ways for creatures to defend themselves, but this one is out of this world. This video went viral on Reddit, showing a bizarre-looking bird with an insanely strange defense mechanism. At first, it appears to be a slim, small creature with bird-like legs, standing motionless on the ground. But the moment the cameraman gets closer, it suddenly transforms, puffing up its feathers and turning into something intimidating and menacing. What you just saw is the American bittern, a type of heron known for its next-level camouflage skills. In the video, it's performing a defensive display, puffing up its neck feathers and raising its head to either blend in with tall grasses or create the illusion of a much larger, scarier creature. These birds are masters of disguise, making them nearly impossible to spot in the wild. It's crazy how, at first, it looks like a completely different creature, almost invisible. Then suddenly, it turns into this intimidating bird. Nature really is a genius. If you have entomophobia, a fear of insects, this next video is not for you. And for the rest of you, brace yourselves. This video comes from Thailand, where we see a woman pulling tons of insects, including mole crickets and flying termites, out of a water pit. There are so many that the water is completely covered, and she's just scooping them up into a bucket like it's no big deal. What you're looking at is actually a creepy insect farm. These bugs are collected in massive numbers and sold in food markets. The blue light you see is a lure. It attracts the insects, causing them to fall into the pit where the water traps them. Sure, insects are a great source of protein for both humans and animals. But let's be real. Just imagine accidentally knocking over that container in the dark. Yeah, good luck sleeping tonight. Imagine catching a big fish while ice fishing, only to turn around and find it gone. Well, this little thief might be the culprit.
Chicos, tá me caindo. Opa! Caramba!
This video, recorded by two fishermen, captures a hilariously sneaky theft attempt gone wrong. As they were fishing, a small rodent-like creature suddenly darted out of the bushes, skidding across the ice in an attempt to steal their fish. Despite its tiny size, it tried to drag away a fish much bigger than itself, and it was still alive.
Ia uite, ce cu ăsta mic aici?
Care, mă?
Ăsta de acolo, ia uite.
Ce e ăla?
This little bandit is most likely a shrew, a tiny but fierce predator. Shrews are known for their ability to move swiftly through water while hunting small fish and insects, with an insanely high metabolism and a relentless hunting instinct. These tiny creatures will stop at nothing, even attempting to steal a freshly caught fish right from under your nose. If you don't believe in ghosts, this video from North Carolina might just change your mind. This footage comes from a father who picked up his camera to record his son at the Devil's Tramping Ground, a mysterious barren patch of land in North Carolina, said to be haunted. Legend has it that the devil himself roams here, preventing anything from growing. But in this video, the camera may have captured the real reason behind the eerie legend.
Four had to get out here in a hurry.
Did you see that? Let me slow it down for you. Right behind the boy, near the trees, a white figure appears out of nowhere, materializing like smoke before vanishing into thin air. It has a tall, humanoid shape and looks just like a ghost. This footage is seriously creepy and might just be the proof we need to explain why nothing ever grows in that cursed land. In a video shared by a seashell collector during a routine beachcombing adventure, something rare and peculiar was discovered. The collector, equipped with gripping tools, spotted an unusual object protruding from the sandy surface. With careful effort, he extracted the mysterious find, revealing a strange alien-like creature. To the collector's surprise, this creature had an unsettling lower side and a circular mouth surrounded by tentacles. Some viewers suggested it might be a trilobite, an extinct species of marine arthropods. However, trilobites are believed to have disappeared around 250 million years ago, making it highly improbable for the creature to be one of them. It could be something resembling a trilobite, or perhaps a prop designed to mimic it. Regardless, the discovery is both fascinating and a bit disconcerting, considering these creatures may be living hidden on beaches in such a peculiar manner. On Facebook, a user shared a video claiming to capture an eerie encounter with a strange-looking man wandering the streets in the middle of the night. In the video, the uploader describes how the mysterious figure is just standing beneath a sign, doing nothing.
There was somebody walking in that distance. It looks really, really sketchy.
The man recording is in a car, and as he begins to drive, the strange man mysteriously disappears from the spot.
Where did they go? I don't know where they went.
Confused and now genuinely scared, the driver spots the strange man again. But this time, he is standing on the side of the road. Growing increasingly worried, the driver cautiously passes by the strange man, who maintains a fixed stare. Suddenly, the creepy man jumps onto the car, prompting the driver to speed away. Upon freezing the frame for a closer look, the video reveals the eerie features of the man. Wide eyebrows, large alien-like eyes, and an exceptionally broad nose. To me, it was a truly frightening encounter, and I think it was the driver's quick reaction that likely prevented a more unsettling situation.
Oh, what the f***? Oh, what the f***?
If you happen to own a Tesla, you're probably familiar with its self-driving mode, a nifty driving assistant that alerts you about approaching cars and pedestrians. But what if it started detecting spirits and ghosts? In this video, a Tesla owner shares a peculiar experience while driving at night. In the video, confusion sets in as the Tesla sensors indicate a person in front of the car. The driver, however, looks ahead and sees no one. Even after using the car's headlights to illuminate the surroundings, there's still no sign of anyone. The logical explanation here is that Tesla relies on a mix of sensors and cameras to identify objects in its path. In this case, it's possible that the camera is interpreting the grass in front as a person, creating a rather strange and ghostly illusion on the Tesla screen. But who knows, maybe there is some strange entity out there, and the car was able to pick its presence. When people mention adopting a pet, we usually think of cats or dogs. However, in Russia there's a unique third option: bears. In a video from Russia, a man is seen hanging out with his enormous pet bear. The bear is impressively large, and the man seems completely at ease sitting beside it. The bear appears to have a friendly relationship with the man, even playfully snatching his hat. The man engages in conversation with the bear as if they're good friends. I've also come across other videos featuring the same bear, including one where they play fetch together. While it's heartwarming to witness, I can't help but wonder about the potential risks if the bear were to become agitated or upset. The sheer size and strength of a bear could pose a serious threat to its owner. This video was shared by a homeowner who, after noticing things missing from his house, decided to install a nanny cam in the living room. The footage captured is both terrifying and unsettling. In the video, we see the living room and a humanoid figure passes by on the left side. Strangely, this figure looks like a family member, but the homeowner insists that no one else was in the living room at that time, only the dog, whose ears are just visible on the couch. The dog even turns its head toward the ghostly figure. The mysterious figure is dressed all in white, giving off ghostly vibes. Now that the homeowner has identified the suspect, they are seeking advice on what to do next. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Security cameras are designed to keep us safe, but occasionally, they capture things that make us feel uneasy. In this video, we get a view of a driveway and a street recorded by a home security camera at night. All seems quiet and normal until something peculiar begins to take shape across the road. A humanoid figure materializes and starts crossing the road. As it moves, the figure vanishes into thin air, just like it appeared. This mysterious entity appears transparent, resembling a ghost. However, some viewers have suggested that it might be a camera glitch caused by the glare of light on the camera. This video, said to be from Port Renfrew, British Columbia, shows a sighting of a creature that people are calling the mighty Bigfoot. The footage happens in a thick wooded area, and you can see a mysterious figure behind the trees. The creature looks huge, covered in thick black fur all over its body. At first, it might seem like a bear, but when you look at the size in the video, it's bigger than a typical bear. Also, if you take a closer look, especially when you slow down the video around the 1-minute mark, you can see a single eye, and interestingly, it looks a bit like a humanoid. These unique features match with the descriptions usually linked to Bigfoot sightings. As for how real the video is, it seems pretty genuine. The footage is clear, and there are no obvious signs of it being manipulated. What do you think about this interesting video? This video, which got a lot of attention in 2012, shows a hiker going on an adventure in a snowy forest and catching a rare sight. As the video starts, you see a beautiful scene of a forest covered in snow. However, in the distance, there's a big figure walking around. The creature is hard to see at first, hidden by the thick trees. but towards the end of the video, it comes a bit closer, showing more human-like features. This tall creature, similar to the one mentioned before, is covered in thick black fur and stands in a really human-like way. But there's something annoying about this video that when the creature was almost visible up close, the video ends. However, to me it seems like the hiker might have been surprised by how close the creature was, so they quickly turned off the camera and left in a hurry, thinking their safety is way more important than the footage. Would you have done the same? There's a strange fascination that people have with exploring desolate places at night, and this video from India illustrates the consequences of such ventures. In it, a visibly frightened man finds himself in the midst of a forest, expressing a sense of cold and fear. As he records his surroundings, a bone-chilling snorting noise emanates from the darkness ahead, prompting the man to break into a run. Upon closer examination, slowing down the video reveals not just one, but two enigmatic figures pursuing him. These entities bear a resemblance to Slenderman, with a slightly diminished height but featuring the same faceless visage. The authenticity of this video seems plausible, adding to the eerie atmosphere. However, the lingering question remains: what compelled this individual to venture at such a late hour? You may have come across many Bigfoot sightings captured on camera, but have you ever seen a Bigfoot captured by people and kept in a cage? A spooky video has surfaced on Reddit, showing a cage placed in the middle of a forest with a massive creature inside it. Inside the cage, there are cameras that provide a clear view of this legendary creature's imposing presence. It emits a rather terrifying growl and is covered in a thick coat of fur. In addition to the creature, you can also see other people around the cage, recording this Bigfoot-like figure. The Bigfoot in the video appears to be very aggressive and clearly doesn't like being inside the cage. It's desperately trying to break free, and its immense power is causing the entire cage to shake. If this video is indeed genuine, it raises the possibility that we might see these mighty creatures in our zoos in the years to come. A man had a strange problem in his apartment. His food kept disappearing, and he suspected his girlfriend, but she denied it.
So I kept on finding food missing in my apartment that I knew I wasn't eating. I confronted my girlfriend who lives with me about it, and she claimed she wasn't eating it. So I decided I'm going to set up a video camera and I'm going to catch her. This is what I found.
To catch her in the act, the man set up a security camera. What he discovered was truly terrifying. He placed the camera in his kitchen and went to sleep. After about 2 hours, there was some movement above the doorway, and then a person came out of it. This person stepped onto a table, and it turned out to be a messy-looking girl who seemed like she might be homeless. The girl acted like she owned the place, confidently opening the fridge and moving around as if it were her home. It appeared that she had been doing this for a while. After snacking from the fridge, the girl casually sat on the sofa and watched TV. Then, she went back to the fridge, but heard the homeowner approaching, so she hid behind the sofa. When the homeowner came in for a drink of water and left again, she emerged, had more food, and then disappeared back to where she came from. The man woke up and went about his daily routine, completely unaware of this creepy encounter. After watching the video and seeing how comfortable the lady was, it made the homeowner wonder if she had been living with them unnoticed for a long time. A video was posted on TikTok by a user named The Weird Shelf. In the video, a man is seen with his dog, and both of them notice something in the distance. They spot a creature moving around in the bushes up ahead. The dog, all excited, takes off after it. The man tries to stop the dog, but it's too eager and fast. As the dog barks and chases the strange creature, it starts to move back into the forest. When we zoom in closely, we can see that this creature looks like a mix of an ape and a human, and it has a thick black coat of fur. It's also quite large compared to the surrounding bushes, and stands upright. What do you think this creature could have been? Hikers often have encounters with strange creatures, and one such unsettling experience was recorded by an unfortunate hiker. In the video, we can see the hiker, who seems anxious and scared, moving the camera hastily. As he continues, he hears the sound of a nearby tree shaking. He quickly turns the camera towards the source and witnesses the tree violently trembling. Upon zooming in, he spots an incredibly odd and huge humanoid creature, causing the commotion. This sight terrifies the hiker. As he records this horrifying being, it becomes aware of his presence and starts making frightening grunting and growling sounds. Hearing these unsettling noises, the hiker runs for his life, and the video ends. When we get a closer look at this creature, we can see that it's quite massive and covered in thick fur. Its face looks quite strange and is unlike any known animal. Could it be an ape or a massive gorilla? Or perhaps something even more ominous, like a Bigfoot? This next video comes from a Russian road camera and captures a truly unusual phenomenon. In the video, we can see a view of a remote road. After a few seconds, a light orb begins to form in front of us in the woods. At first, this orb is relatively dim, but then it suddenly becomes brilliantly bright. Afterward, the orb starts to move. It glides and passes right beside the camera, eventually moving out of the frame. This occurrence is quite strange because the light was simply a radiant orb. There were no discernible outlines of its source or the object emitting it. It was just pure, unexplained light. If you have any ideas or explanations for the strange orb, please share them in the comments below for others to see. Just like humans, some people believe that ghosts might have children, and they too might want to play just like we do. This video captures something that seems like that. In the video, we can see a tricycle moving all by itself. Its pedals are moving as if someone is riding it even though there's no one there. It goes on for a while and then tips over. Some people who've seen this video suggest that maybe the floor slope is causing the tricycle to move, or it could be the wind. These explanations could make sense, but the owner of the place confirmed that the floor was perfectly level. Also, if it were the wind, why would it only affect the tricycle? This video is quite puzzling because there's a mystery surrounding why the tricycle is behaving this way. This video was filmed by a fisherman while he was boating on a Canadian lake. While he was cruising along, he noticed a figure passing at the edge of the forest in the distance. Even though the distance was considerable, we can see that the creature appears to resemble Bigfoot. It's also possible that it could have been a very large ape or gorilla because they too have fur and a similar shape to this creature. However, its enormous size suggested that it was the mighty Bigfoot. If you compare its size to the trees in the background, it looks like this Bigfoot-like creature could be between 10 and 12 feet tall. Thankfully, it didn't appear to be able to swim. Otherwise, it might have swum towards the boat and caused a very tense situation. A man claimed to have recorded footage of the rake near his house. The video begins with a cameraman pointing his camera at some bushes at nighttime. It seems like he saw something and is using a flashlight to get a better look. While investigating the bushes, he spots something in the distance, but can't quite make out if it's an animal or something else. However, as he continues to observe, it becomes clear to him, and he starts shouting at it. The man then approaches to get a closer look and discovers a strange creature lurking there. It was a truly terrifying sight for both the viewers and the cameraman, prompting him to run away. The man claimed it was a rake, which is typically described as a tall, hairless, pale humanoid creature. What do you think it could have been? This video captures a real ghost sighting on camera. The video shows the inside of a home, and we see a lady casually walking down the stairs. After she goes downstairs, something strange and quite frightening occurs. We witness a transparent, childlike figure emerging from a doorway. This ghostly figure appears entirely smoky as it comes out of the room for a moment, and then returns inside. As it goes back in, the chair in the room moves on its own. The owner of the house mentioned that this is a regular occurrence in their home, and they have made peace with the ghost coexisting with them. These homeowners certainly show a lot of courage. When we hear about ghosts and jinns, we often think of scary and terrifying beings. But have you ever seen the good and helpful side of them? This video comes from India and shows a street view. In the footage, we can see a man followed by another man who appears to be trying to rob him. As they move forward, the follower suddenly attacks the first man and starts searching him while he's on the ground. Then, something astonishing happens. A figure emerges from within the person being robbed. This figure begins to defend the victim and fights against the robber. At first, the robber tries to resist, but this jinn-like creature is strong and overpowers him. Eventually, the robber gives up and leaves, and the jinn goes back into the victim's body. Seeing this encounter makes me wonder if all jinns were like that, our lives might have been much easier. The original source of this footage remains unknown, but it has garnered significant popularity within the Spanish-speaking community. In the video recorded by a hiker, a ghostly figure emerges in the heart of a forest, resembling a witch. As the hiker zooms in, the unsettling and devil-like facial features of this creature become more apparent. The entity exudes an aura of pure malevolence, adorned with long nails, and appears engaged in some mysterious activity with a cloth hanging on a rope. What heightens the unease for me is the witch's direct and piercing stare, seemingly delving into the viewer's soul. Adding to the eerie narrative, the hiker recounts being cautioned by locals about the haunting presence of a witch's spirit in the forest. Despite such warnings, the hiker initially dismissed them as mere rumors. Many of the reported Bigfoot sightings seem to be concentrated in Canadian forests, suggesting that Canada might be a hub for these legendary figures. This particular video originates from the Canadian National Parks of Banff, Alberta. The footage unfolds in a snowy wooded area, with the person recording the video clearly uneasy by something unseen. The camera pans and zooms, attempting to identify the source of the unease. Suddenly, the cause of the disturbance becomes evident. A massive head can be seen peeking out from behind a tree, seemingly stalking the cameraman. The head is imposing, resembling that of a hefty gorilla or ape. The intriguing part is that Canada lacks a native gorilla or ape population, further deepening the mystery of this creature's identity. However, the cameraman, convinced that it was indeed a Bigfoot, claims to have encountered it earlier. The truly unsettling aspect of this video for me is the massive creature lurking and stalking from behind a tree. If I were in the cameraman's position, instead of recording, the instinct to run away without looking back would likely be my choice. Trail cameras offer a fascinating glimpse into scenes that might be unsafe or impractical to witness in person. In this particular trail camera footage, the focus is on a fence, and on the other side, a calm raccoon leisurely strolls about, engrossed in its activities. Meanwhile, in the backdrop of pitch-black darkness, a pair of glowing eyes emerges. These eyes exude an unsettling aura as they lock onto the camera, revealing the head of a creature that resembles a bear or a similar animal. Even if the creature is identified as a bear, the disconcerting aspect lies in the uncertainty of its gaze. I can't make out whether it's fixated on the raccoon or staring directly at us through the camera lens. The mysterious and eerie nature of the scene heightens the intrigue. What are your thoughts on this encounter captured by the trail camera? Embarking on forest trails can be a serene and calming experience, but when undertaken at night on an isolated path, it can unfold into an encounter like the one captured in this video from California. The footage features a hiker navigating a desolate trail in the darkness, relying on a flashlight to illuminate the path ahead. While walking, the hiker suddenly spots a large humanoid figure in the distance. This enigmatic creature, jet black and towering, crosses the trail seemingly oblivious to the hiker and the beam of the flashlight. The hiker, realizing the presence of this Bigfoot-like creature, promptly decides to run away. The encounter was very intense, and thank God that the hiker saw this creature from far away instead of going too near. The uncertainty of these encounters makes us wonder what these creatures can do if someone bothers them on the trail. Security cameras are intended to enhance our safety, yet occasionally they capture scenes that send shivers down our spines. In this surveillance video, the focus is on the front walk of a house, where an officer casually strolls into frame. However, a disconcerting element comes into view as something resembling a dog appears to follow him. Upon closer inspection, the eerie details unfold. This creature, initially mistaken for a dog, possesses short front legs and a hunched back. Examining the footage more closely reveals a humanoid-like figure with an unsettling posture, tailing the officer unbeknownst to him. It's confusing, and the creature's appearance becomes even more unnerving as it seems to be a hybrid form, akin to a human contorted into the shape of a dog. The ambiguity surrounding the nature of this entity intensifies the sense of fear.